And we are down to the final two ships, the MSR and the Carrack. These are the two ships that made it to the final best in show, where we do know already the winner was the Carrack. So we're going to look at the Mercury Star Runner first. Now, this ship is known as the Mercury Star Runner, but it's also now known only as the Mercury, so I'm not sure if CIG has decided they're going to change the name of the ship or not. This is a ship that's got a lot of issues, and yet this is a ship I love. It's one of my favorite ships, so I was happy to see it make it there, even though it's got a lot of, like I said, issues, and I'm going to get into all of them right now. Now, one of the big issues a lot of people had is the total redesign based on when the ship was made versus when it was concepted. So when it was made, this is what it looked like. The concept, it had, I think, a third thruster here. It definitely wasn't as tall, and that's because there's a lot that was put into the ship afterwards. Also, the color, I realize now it's got this weird teal color. I must have the Fortuna paint on it. So during the week when you could do the guiding sessions and get paints, I got the paints for this. It's got the big gimbal thrusters there for maneuvering. So it's not going to be the colors that you're normally used to seeing on this. I do have the wrong paint on this, but that is all right. We're going to come around here. One thing that's kind of cool about this ship is its asymmetrical design. I've talked many times about how ships are inspired by Star Trek, by Star Wars. This is definitely a Star Wars inspired ship. This is the Millennium Falcon of the verse. It's got the big antenna on top. It's got the same layout. It's even got a chessboard. It's got a fairly nice view here as far as the pilot's view. It does have a little window that allows you to kind of see a little bit downwards when you're flying. It's pretty nice, but it's not the best as far as its visibility. But for a ship this size, it has really good flight characteristics. Now we're going to get into one of my first gripes about this. It's kind of a two-parter. First is this stupid little button that you got to, like, right there. You got to get just the word open to open this ramp. Why would they not make this bigger? I love the button on the outside of the cuddy. The new one that they installed on all the cuddies once they changed and added the one for the steel. Much better. I do like that. In here it makes more sense, these little things, because you have open and close buttons here. But that's annoying, that little thing. Also, there is going to be a rework eventually on this ship, and that rework will provide a secondary entrance because, I'm going to turn the lights on here, because if you damage this ramp, you can get stuck in or out of this ship. Also, the ramp might only open or close halfway. It is kind of annoying. Now there, I've turned the lights on, and that's one thing I like about this ship, is you do have working light switches, so you don't have to get to the front of the ship and turn the lights on from there. This is both vehicle and cargo storage. When you buy cargo, it fills up this grid. So if you have a vehicle in here, that will limit how much cargo you can put in here. It is also, like it's based on the Millennium Falcon, it is also a smuggling ship. So you come over here, there's this panel here. You can click open here. And I don't know if it's working right now, but there is a shielded area in here. Turn these lights on. Right here, another cargo grid that's shielded, so from scans, there'd be shielding in there. Now there is these little passageways here that lead all over the ship with different entrances to get into this. This goes into the hab entrance. You can see it says habitation there. There's one for in the hallway by the data center, the server room right there. So there's different ways to get around. You get lost easy in here. What's this one? Recreation. So this one comes up over the chess table that's up there. I'll open this. You can see there. I'll leave that right now, but you can climb into those areas. I'm going to go back to also, okay, so this area, this is another complaint I'm going to have. Lots of complaints for a ship that I love, but you know, you love it, you're willing to also look past these flaws, but there are flaws. One of them is all this area is basically useless. I wish there was more down here. I wish there was more to do. I wish there were maybe some components or some reason to be down here, besides just kind of looking around. It's really just a place that someone else can hide in your ship and then be unable to be caught, and you might not know they're there. We'll exit here. So it's a lot of wasted space, and this is why the ship got so tall, is they put these crawl spaces in here. I kind of wish there was something else here. Maybe even some of the data running servers if they were down here as opposed to up where they are. So we're in the engineering now. So we've gone basically around the entire cargo place. I'll turn. I thought that was a light switch. I wasn't paying attention. So close. I don't remember how to close it. These are the components. So we have our coolers here, our power components. So when you're in engineering and you have to replace or change components, this is where they all are. Find it here, the quantum drive. There it is. So all the components are in here. This is basically engineering. So you could move this into there and then have more space here, but that's all right. There is also a little elevator here. Now you could use the elevator to raise yourself up and down. I don't ever do it. If you're holding something in your hand, you have to, but as it stands, what I do is just run and space, you climb up and you go through the door, which should open. There we go. And you're through. So I don't use the elevator. It's much quicker to do it that way. These doors used to be able to be locked open. We can lock them closed, but the lock open, that doesn't seem to work right now. I don't know what's going on. After one of the patches, you stop being able to lock the doors open, and that is an issue a lot of people have with the ship, is that they're trying to go from here to the bridge, and you have to go through a door, then you go through a door, then you gotta go through this hallway, and then you're into the bridge. It just takes forever. So being able to lock those doors open made this an awesome ship for rock mining, so you could have a couple rocks in there with a friend, and you could then get from your ship landing to the rock and back without having to go through these. Now I just decided to do this so that all the lights come on instead of hitting every light switch. So we're now going to go back through this hallway. This, I believe, will be the area where the secondary entrance, the elevator entrance, will show up. If that's the case, it'll at least make this better for getting in and out of the ship, but not necessarily better for rock mining, because the rock will still be way back here through all these doors that you have to stop and open each time. The light didn't come on here. Why didn't the light come on here? Oh, because I turned it on, so it probably cycled it off. Alright, so this is something that's not implemented. Let's try that again. This is something that's not implemented yet in the game. Now I sound like a robot. Anyways, this is for data running, so they'll be scanning the scanning room. Again, I don't know how this is going to work because it's not in game. So there's the scanning room, the scanning seat. This operates the radar dish that's above. We'll see that later. And then this is the data storage that you can, the data. I'm having issues today. This is the data storage where you can store the information that you've scanned and then use that to smuggle the information. So data running is not really much into the game yet. I will explain one thing. I don't know if you can tell. I'm a little goofy today. By now I'm sure you can tell. I'm running on very little sleep. My partner, she was supposed to go to a conference yesterday, and so that left me a couple evenings of playing games. I was very excited, and then her flight was not able to go because of fog, and so I had to pick her up at the airport, at which point then she got a new flight, at which point I drove her to the airport at about 3:30 a.m. and then I could not go back to sleep because then I would never wake up and I would not be able to function. Ooh, this is the Fortuna paint. It's a cool looking paint. So, you know, well, that was a weird thing. Anyways, this is the Fortuna paint. This is not how the ship normally looks, but you can see there is the what's it called? I've forgotten the word for satellite dish. Satellite dish! Apparently I didn't forget it. I just forgot how to speak. Anyways, yeah, 3 hours sleep in about 36 hours. This is what happens to me. So, there's the satellite dish. We all remember the name. It pops out a little bit when you're scanning. But I'm in this top turret right now. There's also a turret underneath right there. Easily gets knocked off. It's kind of my same issue I have with all turrets. Why are they not remote when they could be remote instead of putting a human into the space so that their window can get shot and they can get get hit. So that doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But those are the two turrets you can get there, top and bottom. Again, like Star Wars. I really wish right here. Is this lights? What is this? Yeah. I really wish right here there was a window. I really think this space here could use a window. And the reason why is then when you are filling up your cargo hold full of cargo, right here, you can look down and see the cargo, or you can see what's in there. Or if somebody was coming into your ship, someone was trying to board you, you could actually look and see where they're going, see if they knew about and went into your little hidden area here. So I kind of wish there was a window there. I think that'd be great, but there is currently no window. So we're gonna now check out habitation. So we're gonna leave. It says bridge, but that gets to this hallway. So we have habitation here. If you've ever been in any of the other Crusader ships, you can see the rounded design here. But we've got 2 desks here, 2 beds here, plus a 3rd bed on this side. So there's no captain's quarters. Everyone's kind of all staying together. 2 washrooms, and so on the side, there we go. And you know, you can, if you need a bathroom, but you're having a conversation, you can sit here and talk to the person across from you. Yeah. Not really spacious. When you close the door, you're really shut in there, but it's also got like the shower function, little sink, little teeny tiny sink. Kind of cool. And then across the way, in the recreation side, we have this little cooking area, little eating area, nice curved seating, and a chess table, which is the pathway that I was showing you before. So this slides across. Maybe. No? No? Why isn't it closing? Again, another issue. What if I go down here and I close it? Let me go down. There we go. Can I close it from down here? Why won't you close? Huh. So, this is not working. For some reason, the table's not closing. You can move around these pieces. In fact, I'm not going to get into it now, but the way you open this normally is to take one of the pieces off and put it on this little coaster here. But I don't know why it's not closing. Yet another issue that I haven't encountered before. So we're going to actually head into the bridge, and we're going to actually check out this way. Turn around. When you check out the ship, we're going to kind of just fly it around. Now, in a video, there's a cool, like a little like machinima style video of these smugglers that's filmed in an MSR. Obviously done with like mocap and animators, not in-game. But one thing I like is that they can get in and out of the seats without having to slide the seat backwards. They can just get up into them and out of them, which is a little bit faster. Because if I want to quickly get out of the seat, you have to like let the seat spin and then you stand up, as opposed to just being able to run up and get into the seat. So I kind of wish you could get up there. It says not to step on there, but you know what? It's my ship. I can step up there. We're going to go take this ship out for a little fly. So the hangar doors are opening. Ooh, that looks cool. I like the light coming through there. Now, we'll show you the landing gear animation. Really nice and simple. Just folds in and the little flaps close and tucks it in. Really, really nice. You just now, once we're out of the way here.
Attention. I have been authorized to scan your vehicle for security purposes.
Of course, I'm getting scanned. So, if I had illegal goods in that cargo hold, the scan itself would not show them, which I guess is good. But at the same time, why are you scanning me? Where are you anyways? There you are. Why are you scanning me? Ooh, you got Gladius. Remain stationary. I guess so. What else choice do I have? I'm gonna spool up my drive while I'm waiting. wonder if I just jumped away, would I get a crime stat? Did you leave me? Can I go now? Oh, I guess I can. Maybe I didn't get the message because I was spooling up my jump drive. Let's go do the usual. Let's go fly down to the surface, get ourselves some aluminum. Where's Stanhope? Oh. There it is. Off we go. Ooh, I do like the color on this paint. It is a cool paint. I like the just the little accents of color, and then the kind of like just like shiny matte black, if that makes sense. Once we get down into Atmo, you can see one of the big issues with this ship when it first came out was its horrible fuel economy. It was improved, but I think they improved it just by making the tanks bigger, so it still costs quite a bit to fly around. But for a ship this size, it flies pretty good, like relatively fast. We got some Tempest 2s, and we got some Arrestor missiles. We got 2 Panther repeaters, which you can see. Plus we have the turrets. So it does hold its own well in a fight with a crew. On its own, you can kind of do bounty running, but it's not great. It's not the best. What you really want to do is you want to have people in those turrets. Having people in the turret, suddenly this becomes a pretty formidable ship. People are hoping that the turrets will get blades so you can actually slave them to the pilot. I really don't want that, honestly, because like any ship, I know everyone wants their ship to be the best, and I do love this ship, but I don't think that's what it needs. I think you need this as, this is a ship for a crew, and having a crew is when this ship is going to come into its own. So kind of a cool thing. We're just flying around here, kind of checking out. Let's speed it up a bit. Ooh. So it's a fun ship to fly. I do like flying the ship. It makes such a cool noise when it's like correcting itself, because you're like kind of flying a bit crazy. It does, ooh, let's fly to the sun. It does respond quite quickly, you can see. I mean, this is not the easiest way to fly, but overall, it's a pretty easy ship to fly. I do enjoy flying the ship. But we were going to Stanhope. Now, where is Stanhope? I wasn't really paying attention as I flew around. So, is that it? There it is. So we're going to go that way. 18 kilometers away. Let's do a little bit of afterburner. Woo! Once I do the trading, I will take this ship out and do a little bit of bounty hunting. So you'll be able to see at least, like, I'll just do like a VLR target just to show you how it works. So top speed, this close to the ground, we're looking at about 240-ish meters per second. Not the fastest ship ever, but really considering how big this ship is, that's not bad at all. So flying along, you can see we've already used a little bit of a dent into our hydrogen, but not too bad. This is not nearly as bad as when it first arrived. And lower our landing gear. Eventually, I'm assuming a landing gear is going to be going to affect your ability to fly in Atmo. But right now, I always put it out relatively quickly so that I can land without forgetting to. So I can turn this off now because I can see Stanhope there in the distance. We are going to go down and land here. Well, actually, I'm going to land on a landing pad, and that way we can kind of check what amount of hydrogen we've used already. Also, if I land there, I can go get a ground vehicle and put it in here. So let's land this ship. That's good enough. Now, I talked about this from the outside, but on the inside you can see there's a little window right here. Not much of a window, but it does provide you a little bit of a view of what's below your ship when you're coming in for a landing. So you're able to see what you're doing and see if there's anything in front of you when you're landing. It's still always easier just to use F4 and kind of look around and make sure everything is okay. But you can see here, this is the issue a lot of people have with the ship, is it did get a lot fatter than when the first original concept, which makes me wonder with the Spirit. You can see how the Spirit line and this Star Runner line have been designed by the same company. They're very similar in both shape and design. But we are going to head on out and go do some trading. And at the same time, I'm going to go grab a vehicle, and we're going to put a vehicle in here. So first things first, we're going to go do some trading. After we go through all the doors. Okay, we are at the kiosk, but I'd just like to point out, I mean, look at red loot crate, red loot crate, red loot crate. Not bad. Anyways, we're gonna go here. I found one Hill Horror helmet, so apparently the helmets are still a thing. But here we are. We're gonna get their aluminum and 114 SU for 12,541. So that is how much this ship holds. 114 SU, which is a massive amount. However, I realized once I did this that I said I was going to go get a vehicle and put it in there, but that is no longer something that's going to happen, and I will show you why when I get into the ship. We are now in the Grey Cat Rock DS. This is not a ship I recommend anyone ever get. It doesn't really do anything better than a regular Rock does, and it doesn't fit in a lot of vehicles. Technically, you can kind of ram it into a Nomad, believe it or not. It won't fit in a Cutlass. So if you are trying to do rock mining and you have a friend, you thought, well, let's get the DS and we can use the Cutlass and go rock mining, that is not an issue. However, it will fit in the Star Runner. We're just going to line it up here. The only reason I have this, by the way, is because I won this in one of the contests. I always say enter the contests. I'm putting out another video. It should be out before this one that I managed to win. But if this was a Cutlass, you'd be ramming into the little pistons on either side of the ramp now. But this will fit in there normally. So this ship will hold a Rock DS. So that's the only reason I grabbed the Rock DS coming out. But yeah, that's about the third time I've ever taken it out. It is not a ship that I like. The DS is not really useful because unless you have someone else, you have to get out and get into the mining arm and then back into there to drive. And if you're with someone and they're on here, they're exposed, if you're mining on somewhere hot, to the heat. Overall, not really worth it. 2 rocks, I would say, is better than 1 DS. Now, when you can start changing the mining lasers, they maybe make really profitable rocks needing a better mining laser, maybe then this will be something kind of interesting. But as it stands now, I have it because I want it, and I'm not going to upgrade it as far as I've decided. I'm just going to keep it because it is kind of a cool ship just because how many times you see people have these DSs now. But if you're buying one, if you want to really try one, buy one in game. I don't know if you can rent one in game, but definitely don't buy this with cash. That is my opinion. We are going back into the ship now, and this is why we're not putting the DS in here, is because all the space is taken up by our cargo now, including, if I open this back up, you can see it's even put some cargo in here. So with cargo refractory, I don't know how it's going to happen for tier 1. I think cargo will still be appearing in these grids, and you're not going to have to physically move it in, but eventually I think you're going to have to start physically moving in. And so this would be where you're putting in shielded cargo, things you don't want scanned, and then you have all your other cargo here. So 115 SU, I think it's like 8 over there and 100 and whatever, 11 here, whatever it is. I don't remember exactly what the split is, but we're going to now go back up. Did I close the ramp? I might not have. Well, I'll do that from here. Why turn back? Forwards is the only way. Forwards through the long tunnel. Like, get smart. All right. Ooh, they should make Moby shoe phones. That'd be cool. All right. First things first. Ramp is open. All right. Where? Oh, that's the wrong button. Where is ramp close? I don't remember. I don't remember. Power off. No. Engine on. No. Is that? Couldn't read it. Yes! Of course it was. I knew that. Alright. Engines on. Let's go. And off we go. Look at that. Maybe angle out a bit better. There we go. It's got some good speed. I mean, like I said, not bad for such a big ship. Not bad at all. We're going to go to Loreville. We're going to sell these, this aluminum and see how much we get. And then we're going to go and do a combat mission. And that will be it. Me with my sleep-deprived adult brain. That's pretty much all we're going to do for the MSR. This is a ship that I love. This is a ship that I will always think is a cool ship in game. Even though, as you've seen, it's got a lot of issues right now. It's got a lot of issues that hopefully get fixed. And some that are just, you know, based on the ship itself. But I love the Crusader ships. I love their design. And this is definitely one that I think is cool. So, we should be more than high enough now. Let's go to Loreville. 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 There you are. Into Loreville, in the clouds, in the fog. At least it is not raining. Oh, I say that, and oh, there's a ship there. I say that, and now there's all this water on the window beating up on the surface. I think that's just a Loreville thing. Now, sometimes, pressing F4 and not having the camera facing that way, you can see a bit better. You can see, I can see the lights of Loreville there. Or if I go back into my window, they're not really showing up like they were. So I'll fly like this for a bit, just till we get closer. Once they come out of the clouds, they'll start clearing up, and then I can switch over to this view. So sometimes using the external third-person view is better than first-person for flight, especially if you're like looking for something on the ground. So it says I'm warning, I'm nearing a restricted area. Yes, but I'm also going to the spaceport, so let me go. The streakiness hopefully goes away soon. Oh, but I'll just go to that marker of another ship because they are in a hangar. That makes it easy. There we go. Nice clear view. Look at this. What was that? Someone targeted me. Probably just want to see who I am. Look at this view. That is beautiful. Oh, I love it. Oh, this game still blows me away, and I can't wait till there's even like more cities, more people flying at once. When they upped the server count and you started seeing more people flying around in and out of spaceships, or spaceports I should say, when you were coming in for landings, that was awesome. Around the time that the Expo's on, there's going to be so many people flying in and out of New Babbage. It's going to be awesome. A bunch of people on the trains. That's what I'm looking forward to. I mean, now I'm looking forward to just flying over me. What's your name? Wavy Thunder? I can't. Is that what it says? I have a target, but I just don't feel like it. So why am I not able to request? I must have, it just didn't tell me that I requested it. There it is. There's my hangar. Let's go this way. Whoa! Always have enough sleep before you pilot a plane. Fly a ship. Fly it. Fly let a ship. Yep, those are the words. Nailed it. Easy peasy. Oh, landing gear, because I always remember my landing gear. Always. Solid landing. We are here. Let's go sell our goods. After we go through 40 doors. I should really just do a cut where it's like the Get Smart, where it's just door after door after door. I'll just put it in a loop. I wonder when physicalized cargo is here, if they allow you to use a tractor beam in an armistice zone, how many people are going to just stand in hangars and like wait until someone's gone, and if they left their ramp open, just grab a bunch of cargo out of it and shove it in a corner, and then when they leave, they'll steal it or sell it or something. But maybe we'll have our personal hangars by then in some locations. That I'm looking forward to. That'll be cool. Oh, someone had a Drake ship leaking all over the floors. This is a... No wonder I had such an easy time landing in here. I thought I was just doing a really good job piloting, but this is a big hangar. Maybe a little bit too big for the ship. Maybe that's more of a Carrack size hangar. More doors. Whew. Why is there a ladder 25 million kilometers away? Does anyone know? It's pretty far. It's too far. We are arriving in Central Business District. And no one has glitched into the floor yet. They're just standing there. I guess they're on break. Constantine Hurston gives them plenty of breaks where they get to stand in the dark, dusty air, facing only in this direction. That's the rule. You, sir, are breaking the rules. Let's go. I should really try doing some of the Constantine Hurston quests or missions, whatever they're called. If anyone has ever seen where they're supposed to meet Constantine and they're not sure where he is or how to meet him, just come here, come to the business district, go up the stairs that are right there, and come around the corner into an office. And this is the office here. That's his desk. That's where you'll find him. But we're gonna sell our goods. These lights are so annoying. Like, they're always in the center of the screen. Alright, from the side. Sell. Star Runner. Aluminum. 14,819. I have forgotten how much I paid for, so it'll go up on the screen because I don't know how much we made on that. Again, none of the times that I've been just buying and selling aluminum we're making really much money at all, because aluminum is super cheap, and that's why I was going for it, because I didn't really care. During the free fly, I had a ton of people flying their ships into pads and smashing them, and I didn't really care. If it was happening now, and full disclosure, this is happening on an MSR that I have, not one of the free fly ones, but it hasn't been modified in any way. I will get into modifying ships, making a modifying ships video coming out later. But if it was happening now, I'd be annoyed. But during the free fly, there's so many people that don't play Star Citizen that are trying it out for free, and they might not know how bad it is to do something like pad ramming. So during free flies, I kind of let it slide. It doesn't really bother me. But at the same time, come on, missed a train. At the same time, I didn't want to lose a lot, so that's one of the main reasons for doing aluminum. So you could make a lot more money on a ship like this by using or buying or selling something that is a lot more expensive. All right, so while I wait for the train, I'm gonna leave you guys here. I'm gonna take a mission. Ooh, look at, I got almost $400,000. Ooh, lots of money. Let's go. We're gonna get call to arms because why not? That is here, and then we're gonna go general. Paid 500. I'm gonna do that one. Oh, well, let me out. Train. Yes. So I will see you in space, and we're gonna go get this guy. 32 million. Oh. I'll join you in a while. So we just came out of our jump. I heard it. I got the table to close. This is what the table looks like closed. We should head into the bridge. That was a long jump. We are now ready to go get our bounty. Beautiful Crusader. Good to look at, not to visit. But look at this. Cooldown time. Still gonna be a while. This does take a while to cool down. This is all stock. I don't have anything changed in this ship, not since the last wipe. I would definitely upgrade the coolers. The drive, if you can get the XL1, unfortunately you have to go, I think, down to Cousin Crow's. Might be the only place. Maybe there's somewhere else you can go, but you do have to go visit there, I suppose, but it's not great going all that way. Where is the... That one's too low. You know what? I'll just go to this moon. Oh, I'm being scanned again. What is... you know what? Maybe it's because people know these are smuggler ships. Everyone's wanting to scam me all the time. Where are you? There you are. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Oh, can I go? I'm always in external view, so I don't get the message. Alright, so we'll go about halfway to Daymar. Then we'll jump, or stop our jump. And now we can cool down again. But yeah, the XL1 drive, awesome. A better cooler, much better also. We're going to assume that I'm going to be successful in this. So I'm not resetting my spawn here. So if something goes badly, I'm 30 million kilometers away again. So, oh, I'll show you one more thing. While I was, ooh, that's pretty. While I was in the train heading back, I took the paint off. So this is the standard Star Runner paint. This is what you get when you get the Star Runner, is this paint here. The Fortuna paint, the kind of black and green one I had, that one was for the Foundation Festival. I've got one from, what was it? Oh, I have a... I can't remember. I got some other paints. I can't remember where I got them. I kind of think one was for... wasn't for Vara, because I don't have any of the Vara paints, the green paints. But I definitely have another paint. I can't remember where it came from. Might have been from Illuminale or something like that. But this is the standard paint. This one here is the one that you get when you comes with there. If anyone was really lucky enough years ago to get the black paint that was available online just by doing some sort of little flash game, lucky you, because that one no longer exists, which is too bad because it was a cool looking paint. But it's a paint that very few people have because it was before the Star Runner was available, well before I really knew about the Star Runner and that I would love it so much. So it is too bad, but at the same time, I kind of like the fact that it's going to be a really exclusive paint, which doesn't mean it's not going to show up in some sort of loot crate one time. I can see that happening because everything seems to show up there. Maybe not, though. Maybe it'll be just like the Star Kit referral bike, which is even more rare, almost as rare as was it the Raven? Anyways, there's a bunch of things. Kind of off on random little tangents. How far away? 30 kilometers away. Let's go, not full speed. Let's go this speed through the asteroid fields. In space, you can see, again, relatively cool as far as maneuverability. Let's start with missiles. Oh, and we want arresters? Yeah, let's try those. I don't think I'll hit with them. I'm always kind of shooting the missiles when they're too far away or whatever, but let's just see if we can do this. Let's see if this bounty actually shows up. You know what? We're going to go faster for a moment. Leave an afterburner it. Let's try not to plow into anything. Somewhere in this field is Benny Henge. If you haven't tried finding Benny Henge yet, it's a fun little thing to do. Oop, there we go, there we go.
Contact. Missile locked.
I'm going too fast.
Attack.
Oh, he hit me. I thought I used my countermeasures.
Missile locked.
Let's try that again. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna be uncoupled here. There we go. Now I can... Well... Ooh, don't fly tired. And also, while I was waiting in inflate trying to get the get to this location. I did have another glass of Oban. That probably didn't help as well, but you know what? It's making this really fun. Whoa! I should really try like doing like some like arena commander. Whoop! There we go. There we go. Aim, 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 aim. Pew pew. Sorry everyone for having to put up with this, but I will be much more awake during my next video, or maybe not. Maybe this will be like fun. Let's let these recharge a bit.
Target
Done.
destroyed.
Easy peasy, lemon squeeze. I mean, it was a very low risk target. Ooh, there's someone else here. Well, might as well while I'm here. Money's money, and this is oh, that wasn't even the guy I was after. That was just his little like lackey. All right, well, let's go to this guy then. I was gonna say, call to arms. You get money for everyone. So at least I got money for that. But that wasn't even who I was looking for. That was one of his like escorts. So let's go get this guy. Some of you probably noticed I wasn't fighting the right guy, but I was. Well, again, you know, scotch and no sleep. That's my excuse. So what's going to be my excuse when I fly into an asteroid? Oh, I don't have any of those missiles anymore. That's why he wasn't... He didn't shoot at me. Why didn't he shoot at me? Hey, buddy. Well, that was really easy, considering he didn't even really attack me or fly. Anyways, he's subdued. So there we go. Got my tracker trading permit. I thought I already had it. Maybe not. That is it. That is the MSR. That's all I'm going to do for this video. I think I'll just kind of do my best to edit whatever gong show this is so that you guys can kind of see a little bit more of this ship. And tomorrow, it's going to be back to what my other videos were. Actual footage from the free fly event with me kind of going through it and just taking a look at the Carrack, the biggest ship of the free fly and the winner of Best in Show. So until next time, maybe I'll do it. You know what? Let's do it in the, you know, role play sort of way. I'm going to call it a night. I'm going to go to bed because I am tired and trying my best not to yawn into the microphone. Ooh, teddy bear. Why am I sitting? No, don't sit. Don't sit. Oh. There we go. So that's it. Until next time. Oh, they don't get to see me. Thank you for watching, everyone. Good night. And goodbye. Good night and goodbye. Yeah, time to go.